Hey, it's Tory, your friend and Pilates instructor. We are going to do a dancer toned leg, toned abs workout today. So go ahead and grab your mat. Before we get started, here is the question of the day. Go ahead and answer below so I can get to know you better. We are going to start by standing upright with feet in parallel position right underneath the hips. By the way, my mouth is moving, but we're going to just do this voiceover. We're going to do our body bounce first. Yeah, so just dropping the heels down, letting it happen, letting the gravity kind of just take you. All the tension is released. Beautiful. Just shake everything out. Couple more seconds here. Keep breathing. And now we're going to do our ankle pedals. So parallel position, we're just going to lift the arches up and kind of press into a stretch of your toes. Yep, keep going. You're keeping the abs nice and tight. You're in your upright position. So keep that nice neutral spine above you. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do our ankle rolls now. So go ahead and balance on one foot. Keep everything pulled up. Your abs are on. Your glutes on that standing side are working as well. So really just articulating through the ankle. Switch directions. Perfect. Keep going there. All right, go ahead and switch to the other foot. We're going to do the same thing. Roll a couple times on this side. All right, go ahead and switch directions. Now we're going to move on to another move, which is our 1.5 position. So not first position, just a little bit of separation between the heels, but not quite second. All right, so you're just gonna bend with the knees out over the second toes. Keep those glutes engaged. Also, make sure your butt isn't sticking out behind you. We want everything pulled in and up, kind of like you're going up and down a toaster or an elevator, and just straight down and up, maintaining that nice neutral. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna add a heel lift to this. So go ahead and stay down there, and we're gonna lift up one heel and then lower it, and then other side. We're just alternating sides here without moving your hips at all. It's just the ankles. Make sure you're controlling the heels to lift because you don't want it to pop out. You don't want those ankles to just pop up. We are articulating through the small muscles in your foot. We want nice control even in the ankle and feet. Okay, now we're going to move on to our regular squat. So go ahead and find parallel position. And we're going to send the hips back, maintaining that neutral spine, and then come on up with your neutral position. Good. Send the hips back and come back up. Beautiful. And lift. And a lower. And lift. That looks great. And now we're adding our arms. Yep. Swing those arms overhead in line with your ears. Yep. Making sure that your shoulders don't shrug up towards your ears either. So you're keeping your neck nice and long. We're lengthening through your spine. Okay, now we're gonna do a nice wide position of the legs into our single leg squat. So you're gonna do that same kind of arm position that we did earlier, and just shift your weight back and forth or side to side, sending the hips back into your full squat position. Beautiful. And send the hips back and release. And make sure that as you do your nice bend, you're looking down at the mat because you don't want your neck to be overextended. We're making sure you're in your neutral position the whole time. Beautiful. And switch. That looks great. Nice. Hopefully this is getting your blood moving a little bit. And also make sure that whenever you shift your weight to one side, that the knee is going to track over the second toes. So you don't want your knee caving in. And we're going to start pulsing. Yes. Keep going there. Making sure that you're just doing that little range. Other side. Perfect. All right, we're standing upright. Circle those arms behind you or those shoulders and scoot your feet in. Now we're gonna do something called, or what I call, kind of a fondue. So you're going to squat back with your heel lifted up and then kick your leg forward. It's kind of, I was just trying to figure out what the movement was, but go ahead and bend and then lift that leg up into a nice 45-ish degree angle. So before you lift your foot up into the air, make sure that you have your balance all the way in that standing leg. As you can see, I almost lost it there. Sorry, my camera cut off, but do one more to the front. But now we're going to the side. So bending there and kicking the leg nice and controlled out to the side. We bend it back and kick it out to the side. And these kicks are not really kicks. They're just kind of like a slow bend and stretch. So bend and stretch. Perfect. You're maintaining that nice posture through the top of your spine. Yes, and to the back. Bend and stretch. 2 more. Tap and lift. Last one. Okay, now we're going to go on to our side again. So it's a full encore, which means in the shape of a cross. It's a common ballet movement or movement pattern. Beautiful. Press and stretch. Okay, now we're into the other side. Same thing there. Okay, bend and stretch to the front. We're doing 4 to the front. Make sure that you're not letting your belly button go either, so everything is connected. It's just the legs doing all the movement there. Everything else is staying connected. Yeah, there's a lot of opposition going on here, but yes, to the side, bend and stretch. 2 more, trying to keep those hips as still and as level as possible. Last one here, and then on to the back. Go ahead and send it back and stretch. Beautiful. Yeah, this one is hard. I was so shaky. I think I was starting to sweat at this point. Bend, and this will be our last one, I think. Yep, and now we're going to do our second position grand pliés, just classic grand pliés. So go ahead and open up into a wide second. Okay, we're going to bend the knees and stretch the arms out to the sides and straighten. Good. Just a couple more regular ones, but we're going to do a nice twist while we're doing our bend into grand plié. Perfect. So go ahead and start the twisting there. Your sternum is actually rotating to the side. So your shoulders are also going to move to the side with the spine, but your hips are facing front. So keeping your headlights in your hips shining forward. Knees are still tracking over the second toes. Make sure that they're not caving in because this one is a really hard one to keep in line. And if you need to, bring your toes in a little bit more so that your knees can fully track over. Good. Now we're going to go down to the floor. We're going to start with our hip lifts. Just 4, I think we're doing. But feet are in parallel in line with your sits bones, hands by your side, and lift your butt into the air and lower. You're maintaining your neutral. Make sure it's your butt doing this motion. And lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to add a little paint the wall. So go ahead and stay up there. Lift one leg up and then bend it. Yes, and lower. Did I say paint the wall? I meant just full extension to the ceiling. There we go. And switch. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do the full paint the wall. So we're going to point to lift and then flex to lower 3 times on each side. We go 3, lift, and a 2, and lift. Last one, keep those hips level. Good, bend and switch to the other side. Kick the leg up to the ceiling, point it. We flex to lower, point to lift, and a flex to lower. Literally like you're just painting the wall. All right, we're gonna do 1 more on each side. Reach the leg up, we flex, and we point, and a 2, and a lift. Last one. All right, other side, last time here. I know your butt is probably about to start cramping, but it should just be nice and controlled. Okay, relax there, hug your knees. Here comes our ab series. So you're going to open up the knees to the side like a frog. Have your hands behind the head, flex the chest forward. Extend one leg out and bring it back in. Other leg goes out and we bring it back in. Beautiful. So yes, this is inspired by, what would I say? Kind of like a pas de chat, I guess. Yep, which means the step of the cat. Press and release and press. Beautiful. And in and a lengthen. And is it step or jump? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I haven't done ballet in a very long time. But you're going to stretch the legs out and bring it back in. Beautiful. Stretch and in. Lengthen it out and in. You should feel a nice deep, deep, deep ab connection. Go ahead and relax there, and we're gonna turn onto our stomach. Okay, sorry, my tag is showing. Fingers are underneath the forehead. We're going to lift up your chest and do our nice beats behind you. So they're not like real ballet beats. You're just tapping the heels together. But I think we will do our actual beats in a second. Couple more rounds. You're just breathing here. Keep breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Okay. Now we're going to do the full, there we go, full ballet beats. So you're going to be back up in that nice extension of the upper spine. Yep, there we go. And we go into our switch. Yeah, hands are just in line kind of with the shoulders, maybe a little bit outside. But your butt and your inner thighs should be firing here, as well as your extensors in the back. Good. Keep going there. I know it's a really kind of awkward position to be in when you're on your stomach, but go ahead and fold back in a child's pose position and relax for a second. We're going to do our bird dog, which I love to do when we balance or with balance, or it's one of my favorite balance moves to do. So opposite arm, opposite leg, stretch it out. Good. Keep that belly button pulled in. You don't want your rib cage to fall out either. I mean, fall forward in towards the mat. Good. Press. Keep that head back as well. And press. And release. Nice stretch. And release. That looks great. Okay, now we're going to do a little windshield wiper. So just one arm and the opposite leg, and you're going to move both arms and legs out to the side, away from your center. So it's going to look kind of like a propeller. Good. And press. It's going to be a challenge to your butt and your abs. Good. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Kick it out. Yep, balance and out to the side. Beautiful. That looks great. Nothing is moving from the tailbone to the head. It's just those limbs moving away from your center, which I know is very challenging, but go ahead and fold and relax here. Okay. Now we are going to do, what are we doing to do? What are we doing to do? We're going to do our curve and extend. So we're going to pull the knee in. Don't overarch your back as you do this, but we're going to curve towards the opposite shoulder and extend the leg out. Curve and extend. Beautiful. Curve, 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 and lengthen. Abs are on to pull your knee in closer to your chest. Perfect. I think this will be our last one. Yep. And go ahead and stretch the other leg out. Pull the knee in and lengthen. Good. Pull it in and lengthen. That looks great. Okay. All right. Last one here, I think. Yep. Go ahead and fold back in a child's pose. Relax there. Okay. Now we're going to do our fascial scissors. So you're going to be up on all fours. You're going to kick one leg behind you and let your leg kind of pull your hips up into the air so that you're jumping. Good. 4 and 5. Nice. Go ahead and switch. I know this one can get very, very tough pretty easily. Yes. And 3 and in and 4. Last one from here. Perfect. Okay. Fold it back. Relax there. We're going to do our heel squeeze prone. So you're going to be on your stomach again. Fingertips are underneath your forehead. Heels are going to squeeze together. So make sure that your pelvis is not lifted off the floor. You're pushing your pelvis into the mat, and you're going to squeeze and lift the knees up a little bit and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Couple more, I think. Nice. All right. Now we're going to move into our fascial cat-cow. So curve through the spine, shift your body forward, and send the hips back. And curve, curve, curve forward, shift the hips back. Beautiful. Just getting that nice articulation through the spine. Make sure your abs are pulling your front in and up as you curve. Nice. Go ahead and just sit there in child's pose if you want to, and then roll, tuck the toes and roll all the way back up, round the shoulders back, and we're done for the day. Nice job. Thank you so much for working out with me. I will see you in our next video. Love you so much. Bye-bye.